Now, in the first over of the Australian innings, John Dyson is taking strike. There's just one run on the board. Malcolm Marshall is the bowler, and your commentator's Ian Chappell. With him is Tony Cozier.
And that's out. Lloyd has taken the catch at first slip, and Australia have lost the wicket in the first over with Dyson caught Lloyd, bowled by Marshall without scoring. Australia are 1 for 1.
Just a question of when Garner will let go with the short one, and what Wood will do about it. Lloyd, great catch, and well bowled by Garner. He put that man out there at square. Wood wasn't sure if the short one was going to come. Got the one round about off stump, cutting away, and that was a brilliant catch by Clive Lloyd, who's now taken 2 to dismiss the 2 Australians.
Survival's the main aim now for the Australian batsmen. Start again tomorrow. Vessels has been very watchful. Played very well indeed for his 13 runs. He's hit the half bowling and placed that well.
That's a good shot, but well caught. Beautifully caught in the gully there by Michael Holding. And that was pretty well hit. Kepler Vessels would be considered a bit unlucky. Hit that right off the middle of the bat. But the tall man in the gully, Michael Holding, just dragging that catch in. Michael Holding is actually racing off the ground. May have injured himself.
Oh, he's hit that way down there. Will he get it? He's got it. Yes, he has. That's the end of Kim Hughes. Well, there was a bouncer. Hit in the air, down to the deep fine leg man, and what a good catch that was.
That was badly played. They set him up. They kept him on the back foot. He's been out hooking this summer on numerous occasions. They didn't need a bodyline fielder. They needed one fieldsman. A beautifully judged catch. It was well struck, but what a fine piece of bowling. And congratulations to Clive Lloyd. Tremendous placement that. It was over the middle and off stump. He couldn't control that. He whipped it fine. And Marshall took a superbly judged catch. It was going like a ball at his back. He's keeping his eyes on it. He's up. It's a mark. And the Australian captain departs. And Australia in real trouble at 4 for 40. But what a fine piece of cricket. Beautifully bowled over the middle and off stump. The hook shot was on. And what a great catch. Not much time. Judged to perfection. 2 hands, 2 fingers strapped. And Marshall really in this test match. And Australia in a lot of trouble.
Michael Holding. Yell up the batsman. Brilliant bit of fielding by Holding. Hit the stumps too. My goodness, the West Indies are really on stream this morning. Magnificent bit of fielding. And that's out. Caught by Greenwich. At full slip, Australia 5 for 46.
And great captaincy by Clive Lloyd, taking the man away from silly mid-off, putting him into the 4th slip position, and an instant success. Michael Holding coming up into the breeze. Short delivery, a tentative shot from Graham Yelp, a bad shot. Just rode it into the gully, and probably the simplest catch that we've seen in this Australian innings.
It's Michael Holding moving in off his long run here.
Appeal for a catch, he's gone. Catch down the leg side by Dujon, well taken. And Border is out for 15, and Australia are 6 for 55.
And that's the prize wicket of Alan Border going to Michael Holding. A sensational spell this by Michael Holding. 3 wickets this morning, a good catch by Jeffrey Dujon, showing his versatility. 100 yesterday, good keeping that. They're not easy to take down the leg side. Border just getting his bat outside the line of his pads, flicking at it, and an excellent catch. Not such a good delivery from Michael Holding, but one that's produced a wicket for the West Indies.
Once again, the outswing of beating Lawson, although that wasn't such a good shot from Jeffrey.
It is an extremely good delivery because the ball's always moving away from the batsman. The bowler has 2 chances, one of bowling the batsman or getting an edge and having a catch go to slip.
And there's the edge, and that's exactly what the bowler is attempting to do. On that occasion, he didn't hit the stumps, just got the edge, and all very simple for Jeffrey Dujon.
Well, it was it perfectly, except the ball didn't go to slip. There wasn't enough deflection there. It just went straight into the safe hands of Jeffrey Dujon. So Malcolm Marshall has struck, bowling the outswinger from halfway along the crease, still getting enough movement to make it move away, and Dujon doing the rest out of the thin edge. So 10 for 63, possibly staring down the barrel of their lowest score against West Indies and Australia. That stands at 82 at the moment in Adelaide in 1951-52.
Oh, and he's just allowed that one to crash into the stumps. Amazing piece of batting. I don't think Michael Holding can believe his luck. He's taken 13 wickets in Test cricket. That's probably the easiest one ever.
It was an attempted York off leg stump, and the Hog saw it coming towards him, backed away, hidden full toss on the pad, went from, I would say, at least 2 feet outside the leg stump onto the off stump.
Well, he might be happy. He's certainly quite happy to go. He hasn't waited for the umpire to give him out. And Michael Holding is now on a hat-trick.
Cricket bowler for once, receiving some of his own medicine. And Rackerman there, embarrassed a little bit by that short rising ball into the ribs, flinching, moving away to the leg side, not getting inside the line of the ball, offering a tentative bat. Out first ball.
Clive Lloyd has the first one again. Not a very good shot there from Kepler Vessels. He's gone. Joe Garner, despite no ball, has snapped up the first wicket.
Marshall again, Dyson, the wee batsman.
Oh, he's gone, dragged that one back onto the stumps. Malcolm Marshall generating just a little bit of extra pace there. That surprised Dyson, I think, Frank, and that inside edge back onto the stumps.
A tragic end, though, a tragic end to that partnership between these two batsmen. Dyson, a little unfortunate, expecting that ball to come in a little bit and getting an underneath edge and putting it onto his off stump. Look at Dyson's bat, though. It really is out of the perpendicular, isn't he? He didn't play straight at all, that. He chased it wide of the off stump and pulled it right the way back. So Marshall strikes. And the first wicket is down for the second wicket is down for 94.
It's the edge, and beautifully caught by Richie Richardson, I think. Yes, the umpire has acknowledged that the catch has been taken, and Courtney Walsh has his first wicket in Test cricket. A brilliant catch by Richie Richardson at third slip.
Marshall to Alan Border.
Well, that's a good delivery, and well taken by Desmond Haynes on this occasion. That really was a brilliant delivery. A nasty one, and Alan Border had absolutely no hope of getting out of the way of that one.
Walsh to Yallop. And there's another one. Graham Yallop has gone. Close infielder Desmond Haynes, and Courtney Walsh has 2.
And that, unfortunately for Graham Yallop, was badly played. He was well inside the line. That delivery, it wasn't all that short, it wasn't all that quick. He just fended it away. We see the line is just outside the line, the off stump. It was across. His bat wasn't straight, it was nearly horizontal. And it was a good, smart catch by Haynes, and Graham Yallop disappears with Australia, reeling at 5/124. Caught Haynes, bowled Walsh for 1.
There's the Yorker, and that could be out. The edge from Wayne Phillips, an attempted Yorker, and quite comfortably taken by Wayne Phillips' opposite number, Jeffrey Dujon. So the first Australian wicket down this morning.
Garner working hard for that wicket. He's been peppering Phillips outside that off stump with balls a little shorter than that one. He enticed Phillips into the drive. He wasn't across there, and what a good game Jeffrey Dujon's having.
And he's given him Kim Hughes not playing a shot, just padding up, and the ball moving back off the seam. Tony Crafter had quite a long look. A very spirited appeal from Malcolm Marshall and the West Indies fieldsman. And Tony Crafter, after a long look, adjudged Kim Hughes LBW. They have won 8 Test matches in a row, which equals the record established by the Australian side of 1920-21 and 1921. They won 8 in a row against England. That was the Warwick Armstrong-led Australian side. They won all 5 tests in Australia and 3 in England. Oh, and he's bowled him with a leg cutter. And there really wasn't much covering the stumps there. It was a good delivery, but I think it was almost wasted on Hoggy.
2 wickets in 3 balls by Malcolm Marshall, and Rodney Hogg not really having a clue where that ball was going. Played completely down the wrong line. Marshall just tilting back the top of that middle stump. And as Ian Chappell mentioned, perhaps a waste of a good delivery like that. So it'll be interesting to see what Garner produces here.
And there it is. Yes, I think that was very predictable. Right on target. And when you're in the frame of mind of letting the ball go, most of the time it's a bit difficult to get down on those.
And didn't he set him up? Forced him back, and it was standing out like the proverbial. So the West Indies picking up 4 wickets this morning in just 25 minutes. And just 1 wicket now standing between a victory in this first Test match in Perth.
There it is. There it is. All the minutes the man dismissed. A devastating win to the West Indies. Graham Wood, the only batsman able to hold his head up. And what a fighting innings from Jeff Lawson. 38 not out. Joel Garner is the bowler. Kepler Wessels taking strike. And your commentators Ian Chappell and Frank Tyson.
Oh, and he's let it go, and it's hit off stump. And really, Kepler Wessels, very conscious of not edging that ball into the slips, has made a bad error of judgment.
Michael Holding to John Dyson.
And he's gone, caught behind, reaching for it outside the off stump. Dujon takes the catch, and it's 2 for 33.
Walsh to Wood.
There's the hook, someone down there. He's out caught, set up, and all the West Indies are running down to Malcolm Marshall, long leg, as Graham Wood goes to the hook shot, and Australia 3 for 33.
Joel Garner bowls now to Kim Hughes.
There's the hook, and there's the fielder, and he's out caught. Off the hook shot, Kim Hughes goes for it once more. Malcolm Marshall takes the catch, and Kim Hughes, for the 2nd time in the series, is caught at long leg off the hook. The 2nd Australian batsman today to go to the shot. 4 for 81.
Marshall to Alan Border.
But he's on the way. That's the end of his fight on this occasion. Well caught by Clive Lloyd at first slip. He's in good form at first slip, Lloydie. He's pulled in some good catches so far in this series.
Australia in real trouble at 5 for 97. Border out for 17.
Oh, what a good catch. Boone is gone. It's a lovely catch. Splendid piece of cricket. And the man who might well have been 12th man in this game, Richie Richardson, has taken it wide on his right-hand side.
And then he follows it up with a Yorker, and a very accurate Yorker he has got. Geez, polished off some tail-enders with that Yorker in his time.
It's absolutely deadly in its accuracy. It always hits the leg stump.
Courtney Walsh is the bowler. Phillips taking strike.
Oh, and that's gone. Yes, he's out, caught behind. Quite big deflection there off the bat of Phillips. That ball just outside off stump. Phillips trying to smash it away, square on the offside. And that's the end of what has turned out to be a very useful innings for Australia.
Very attacking field for him. Garner. Over the top, well caught, that's out, and Garner has taken his 200th wicket. He now becomes the 5th man in the history of West Indian cricket to take 200 wickets in Test match cricket, and all the West Indians gathering around him, giving him a pat on the back and a word of congratulations. Tremendous effort by him.
The final card for Australia, 175, with Phillips top scoring 44. Marshall comes in now, and Dyson's taking strike. That's it. The breakthrough. Dyson's gone. And that's exactly what we were talking about, that Marshall was geeing himself up. Great cricketer, that fellow. When things look at their worst, he's liable to come in, get himself going, and break a partnership in exactly the fashion he did there. Courtney Walsh bowls 2 Vessels. Out gone. Vessels goes. That's a loose shot. Now Courtney Walsh is there bowling up a short run, bowling slow, medium pace, and he's picked up a wicket. Kepler Vessels playing loosely outside the off stump, and he's out for 61. Graham Wood faces Holding.
Caught it. Richardson has caught him. Down at 3rd slip. Wood goes, caught Richardson, bowled by Holding. Australia 3 for 99.
Holding comes in now, and Hughes is taking strike.
Close, got to be close. Mel Johnson's the umpire. Yes, he's gone. There wasn't much doubt about that. The Australian skipper shuffled across, it kept low, it was on, and Mel Johnson took his time and adjudged the Australian skipper LBW to 4, and a fine piece of bowling by Michael Holding.
And now the sun comes out, casting shadows across the ground.
Oh, what a catch. A magnificent catch there by Harper at forward short leg. You won't see many better than that. That ball went very quickly to him, and Alan Border very unlucky there, trying to play the ball away around to the leg side. It went shooting away off the inside edge, and Harper effected a magnificent catch.
Here's Lawson batting now. Marshall the bowler.
That's straight to Viv Richards at 2nd slip. And Richards, for the first time in this series, gets into the act as far as the slip catching is concerned. They've been flying everywhere but to Viv, and he's accepted this one to get rid of Jeff Lawson. And he was Joel Garner's 200th Test victim. Oh, and first ball, Malcolm Marshall has ripped the Yorker right through him, and that was a very good delivery to get first up.
And that's the way to boost the figures up when the tail enders come in. Magnificent delivery this from Malcolm Marshall. Perfect.
Well, what about that? What about that for a man who tore a hamstring the first morning and has just pulled off one of the greatest catches you'll ever see? Michael Holding dismisses David Boone. 51 the young man made. Look at this.
And really this would have done, I think, an international soccer goalkeeper proud. It definitely saved the ball going into net. That was absolutely miraculous. That must have been about 4 meters to Holding's right, and he just pulled it in as though he's picking cherries. 9 for 279.
Yes, good catch. Good catch. That Richardson, they haven't missed anything, the West Indians, in 2 Test matches. What have we had? 18, 19, over 20 catches taken now, and not one put down. 51 to Boone, a lovely innings that. 54 to Wayne Phillips, some delightful strokes. That 54 came from 50 balls.
And catch there for Jeffrey Dujon. And once again, Dyson has fallen to a catch, playing a shot just outside the off stump. It really was a poor shot from John.
Courtney Walsh, very tall and getting a lot of bounce. Bowls to Kepler Vessels.
And Vessels is hit. That's hurt him. A no ball, really lifted more than he expected. and cracked him a very painful blow indeed on that right forearm. Here it is.
Vessels, there was no ball, and he just stood his ground right on the elbow, and my word, I think he's in trouble. Oh, it's up in the air, could be out. Richards is under it. Yes, and a strange shot from a man whose job is to survive, tried to whip him away over square leg, and Steve Richardson is out without scoring. He's gone! He's dropped! Richards, a second slip, he slashed at it, he got it with both hands. He was flying to his left, hit the hands and fell out, and a let off for Graham Wood, and what a relief for Australia. Joel Garner, the bowler. He's gone! Yes, he's out! First ball! Caught! Catch from Dujon, and the runabout for Kim Hughes, and Australia continues. A beautiful piece of bowling, but what a superb catch. Everybody hoping for Kim Hughes to succeed. He's failed, and Australia in real trouble at 3 for 91.
He's settled for the business of dropping it in short, bowling fast and getting it up around about the rib cage.
And that's dropped by Lloyd at first slip. What a comfortable catch to Lloyd. So the West Indies, who have caught everything that has come their way in the slips area so far in the series, have now put down 2 comfortable ones, and you couldn't get an easier slip catch than that.
It's only 12, but it's been very composed and confident.
Edge and well taken by Dujon. Umpire Crafter is checking with the umpire at square leg. Mel Johnson signals that yes, the ball has carried through to Dujon, and by Jove, he doesn't miss too much. He's missed a stumping, but when it comes to catches off the quickies, he grabs them all.
Marshall to Alan Border.
That's well taken by Joel Garner. The tall man has got him in the gully. Border attempting to cut away, and Marshall is the man who's done the damage for the West Indies again, picking up both Boone and Alan Border.
And he's gone. He's out, caught behind. A huge nick there. Lawson standing his ground, but that was a big edge and taken beautifully by Dujon, having to jump high in the air.
And that's out. Pushed it straight into Desmond Haynes' hands at short leg. Short ball, jumping back, pushing it into the short leg fielder's hands. Very simple dismissal. Bob Holland just jumping.
Marshall on his way to him. Oh, he's bowled him! He's dragged it back onto the stumps, and Marshall runs down the wicket with his arms in the air, and what a terrible disappointment that is. The end of a great innings. Kepler Wessels out bowled by Marshall with that new ball. And I tell you what, he will get a standing ovation, because what a very courageous innings that was.
Courage and some glorious shots today from Kepler Wessels.
10 runs off just 32 balls, yet to reach the boundary.
Good catch. It'll get into classic catches for this year. A beautiful piece of work there. He's got a marvellous pair of hands, that fellow Richie Richardson. A fine performance in the end, because they lost 2 wickets at 91 this morning. Steve Richardson and Kim Hughes.
Bowling.
Big appeal there for LBW. Must have been very close. He's given him. Dyson has a little look around at the stumps. And so Malcolm Marshall is struck there. Dyson playing from the crease. Remember, he takes his stance just behind the line. Adjudged to LBW.
And he's gone right through him. Beautiful delivery from Malcolm Marshall. Had Alan Border all squared up. And Marshall gets his second wicket. And Border bowled for 18, 2 for 70. Bowled with a shooter. Hughes goes for 2. So his misery continues as he plays back. The ball creeps along the ground, and the West Indies have taken their third wicket. Malcolm Marshall's third. Australia 3 for 78.
And went past about shin height, I would reckon, but that's good bowling from Marshall.
It's in the air and he's gone. Beautifully taken there by Harper. Diving away to his right. No mistake at all. He never looked as if he was going to do anything other than catch that. That ball just outside off stump. And what magnificent hands he's got.
Yes, all of the West Indian fieldsmen seem to be pretty adept at catching. This was a good delivery. Boone followed it. It moved off the wicket. And look at how far the bat is from Boone's body when he makes contact. He did that in Brisbane as well, falling in similar fashion to an equally brilliant catch by Mike Holding. But that was a...
Oh, and there's a big edge there, and he's out, caught behind. Once again, Lawson standing his ground. Big edge there, taken very cleanly by Dujon. And Lawson makes his way dejectedly back towards the pavilion.
And he might tempt Terry Alderman with the ball that moves away. If he does, he'll throw it fairly wide, I would think.
Again, the in-swinger, and this time it collects the stumps, so he doesn't have to worry about the LBW, and that gives Malcolm Marshall 10 for the game. 5 in each innings, and it also gives the West Indies victory by 191 runs.
And as well as the victory in this third test match, an unassailable lead in the series, 3-0. Graham Wood is the batsman. He's facing Garner.
And that's got to be close. Yes, Graham Wood is on his way. The ball certainly wasn't bouncing very high. It's just a matter of whether it pitched in line. And Stephen Randell was quite happy that it pitched in line. So Graham Wood on his way, LBW to Garner.
Kai Boyd's got tremendous faith in Courtney Walsh. He's left the youngster on to bowl to Kim Hughes, the new batsman at the wicket. Gone! Yes, he's out! Caught behind. Good piece of bowling, a good piece of captaincy. And Kim Hughes departs without scoring.
Hughes out, caught behind. Oh, what a blow this is for Australia. It's amazing how when one wicket falls, another one tends to follow so quickly. Just outside off stump, a big edge there, carrying easy to the wicketkeeper. And Kim Hughes out for yet another. Oh, and it's a big appeal for caught behind. He's gone. That's a big breakthrough to the West Indies. Kepler Wessels once again going for the drive and the offside, and that was good bowling by Malcolm Marshall, getting the ball to bounce just a little bit outside off stump. Wessels with that angled bat trying to drive it through the covers, out caught behind.
Marshall really has got it going well. He's moving the ball off the seam a lot, and Matthews at the moment isn't quite sure where his stumps are.
Put it down. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Bit of bat and pad. Catch him, they said, and Roger Harper, who doesn't miss much, was just a little bit late in there.
Jeffrey Dujon is leaving the field, and the man to take the gloves, one of the world's, well, I think probably the best all-round fieldsman that I've seen. We'll see if that applies to wicket-keeping as well. Vivian Richards.
Marshall to Matthews.
Oh, and he's got him. That one stayed down, and a reward for bowling straight. Hit very low on off stump. And not only a reward for bowling straight, but a reward for a very hard-working spell. That's a good delivery. There's a call of catch it, and Alan Border is on his way. Caught by Vivian Richards, a bit of a juggle, but eventually he grasped it.
Border absolutely disappointed. The loud noise came from the bat just at the time that the ball passed it. That ball moving away from Border, and Border definitely following it. The deflection was there.
Steve Rickson takes strike now to Marshall.
edge. Oh, what a catch! What a fantastic catch, going to hit that ball down the leg side. It got an edge, it flew to Richardson a slip. It took one of the best slip catches you will ever see. A magnificent catch.
A superb catch, Bill, that one. He was looking to get it away on the leg side, and for a slip fieldsman, that's terribly difficult. Look at Richardson, airborne, going to his left, and took it just like plucking cherries. A magnificent piece of work by the third slipman.
Gone, dropped. Richards in front of Lloyd. Probably a distraction there. Courtney Walsh, the unlucky bowler. That was a regulation catch. Richards a bit late. Clive Lloyd, unsighted, put it down.
Joel Garner's the bowler. Lawson takes strike.
High in the air. Courtney Walsh coming around, and he's got it. And a disappointing end to Jeff Lawson's innings. Really looked as though he was a bit in two minds there as to whether he should play the pull shot or not.
McDermott takes strike to Marshall.
Oh, and that's got him right through his defence. So the youngster starts in Test cricket with a duck. And Marshall really right on target at the moment. And also on target to pick up another 5 wickets in an innings.
Take runs for that. Doug Walters is watching the telecast, then he'll know that his teaching over the years has been all worthwhile.
That's a very difficult shot to teach, that, really, because it's so very difficult to time.
Well, that's gone straight along the ground, and Rodney Hogg is out. LBW to Malcolm Marshall. And our digital equipment, next time we look at Malcolm Marshall's figures, will show that he's taken 5 wickets in an innings 10 times.
Graham Wood is the batsman. He's facing Garner.
That's off the glove, I think. Beautifully taken by Jeffrey Dujon. And umpire Steve Randall signifies that, yes, it did come off the glove. And that was a quicker delivery from Joel Garner, and it got a little bounce. But a magnificent catch from Jeffrey Dujon. Hilditch 12, Vessels facing, not yet off the mark. Oh, and he's gone. Joel Garner has knocked the off stump right out of the ground. He did the same thing up in Brisbane, but on that occasion, Kepler Vessels wasn't playing a shot. On this occasion, he was beaten by a beautiful off-cutter. Well, Kim Hughes has made one change before he even gets to the crease. He's got the Australian cap on rather than the helmet that he normally bats in. And I would imagine that he'll be hoping that that changes his luck with the bat. Garner really charging in, and it's out. First ball, he's got him LBW. And Joel Garner is now on a hat-trick. He's picked up 3 wickets in 5 balls, and the Australian innings is in tatters.
And what a disaster for Kim Hughes. 0 in the first innings, 0 in the second.
Oh, and he's got him with the last one. Off the short run. It's gone straight along the ground, and Jeffrey Lawson departs. But Australia have saved the Test match.
Holding to bowl to Hilditch for the first time. Certainly troubling Graham Wood with his extra pace. Gone! What a catch! Good delivery and a super catch by Dujon.
Well, you just put the mock around Andrew Hilditch, Bill, saying he was looking so good this morning, but an excellent delivery from Michael Holding. Certainly the move by Clive Lloyd to bring Holding on has paid immediate dividends, and what a great catch by wicketkeeper Jeffrey Dujon.
Been brought back now at the Randwick end, and he's off his short run initially. He's bowled him. He's dragged that one back onto the stumps. Kepler Vessels off the back foot, trying to smash that through extra cover. Big inside edge, and dragged it back onto his wickets. Well, that's the end of a great, great innings.
Thirteen Test matches, an average of 18. And the West Indies striking back with some quick wickets.
Oh, it's gone, caught behind. Or did it carry? No, it didn't. Well, a big catch it and everyone goes up, but Dujon indicating there that the ball didn't quite carry through to him, and so Rickson survives.
And a nice sporting gesture by Jeffrey Dujon then. That would have been his 100th catch in Test cricket. It was a tough decision for the umpire, but quick to signal there that it didn't carry through. And that a nice gesture by the West Indies wicket-keeper.
It's in the air, he's under it, and there's the wicket. Rickson falls to Joel Garner, and the third wicket for Michael Holding.
And once again, that pension for the shot on the onside has brought about Steve Rickson's downfall. He's caught the leading edge, straight up in the air, and Joel Garner takes a very simple catch.
Ball.
On off stump, goes right out of the ground. So David Boone is out one short of his 50, comprehensively bowled by the big bird.
Well, he was giving himself room, had been for most of the morning, looking to run that ball down to third man on the off stump out of the ground, not in behind it. Just trying to run it down to third man, the typical one-day shot. Out goes the off stump.